going to talk about wine on a Wednesday. Wine Spectator magazine is sharing 4 different wine recommendations, and they're all from New York winemakers.
Yes, and joining us is Kristen Bieler, senior editor for Wine Spectator magazine. Kristen, good morning. As I said, a friend for life now. A friend that brings wine to the show. You're here. You're stuck with us forever.
Anytime, Chris.
By virtue of coming with this, you are our favorite guest.
Yes.
So thank you. So Chris and I both love wine, and we were talking before the show about how New York has changed in terms of its winemaking. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because it's not...
Yeah, usually it's California. Nobody thinks New York.
Right.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't realize that New York is the 3rd largest wine producing state in the country.
Wow.
Behind New York, behind California and Washington State.
No kidding.
A lot of wine is made here, and what we've seen at Wine Spectator is the quality has really surged in the last 5 to 10 years.
Right.
So we produce wine in primarily 2 regions, the North Fork of Long Island and also the Finger Lakes region in upstate New York.
We both have been to the North Fork.
Several times.
Several times. And imbibed.
Love the vineyards out there. Some beautiful tasting rooms. Just it's a great experience to just go out there and
right. The
taste
tourism
some of the
offerings have also really improved. You can have there's live music, great tasting, food pairings.
Why not do it in the fall, right?
Speaking of tasting, okay, so
let's start with...
What's rosé-ish? What do we have here?
We have 2 wines from the North Fork here, and as you can imagine, I mean, this is not an easy place to grow wine. It's a cold region. They're in the hurricane path. So what cold regions tend to do better is white wines because they don't need the kind of longer growing season that you need to make a really rich concentrated red. So this is a relatively newer producer called Sparkling Point.
Okay.
They are totally dedicated to producing sparkling wine.
May I?
And they're making it...
Marcel's reaching over.
Yeah, please, don't hold back.
So this is a sparkling rosé?
This is a sparkling rosé. It's made with the same grapes as used in Champagne and with the same very labor-intensive methods that is used in the Champagne region of France. So it's a really high-quality wine. Yeah, it's really bright, right?
Holy
really
smokes.
Vibrant.
And this is from the North Fork of Long Island.
Crisp. And it's not sweet. I like it dry.
It's very dry, so it's a great food wine. I mean, you can pair this with tacos, nachos.
Any type of cheese and things like that.
What can we... I'll pair this with my Cheerios in the morning. What can we... What is the price point on this?
So this is $44, which is a little pricey, but again, it's made in the same way that the wines of Champagne are made. So anything under $50 for that kind of wine, you're doing well.
Okay.
Now, something we don't see a lot of out of Long Island, but there are some reds being produced.
There are. So this is Macari. This is their Bergen Road Red.
And they're
a 3rd generation family. One of the best producers out there, and they have really perfected the art of making a great, rich, bold, concentrated red. It's a blend of Cabernet Merlot and Malbec.
Oh, it smells yummy.
And it's,
Look at me putting my schnoz in here like I know
has some
from
vanilla,
wine
cinnamon
tasting.
notes a little bit.
A little bit of toast yolk and just a lot of ripe, dark fruit.
I'm sure some good tannins kicking in.
This is delicious.
Great wine for fall dishes, stews, and
this is from down $4.95.
You're having a hard time accepting the fact that Long Island's making some good wines.
I'm so pleased.
Get on board, woman.
I am so pleased. This is fantastic.
It's great. They have a new winemaker. They're a fantastic producer.
And we're going to move from Long Island now.
Yes, moving up.
Up 84.
Another cold region. So in the Finger Lakes, you'll find the best wineries are located along the major lakes, the Cayuga Lake, Seneca, and that's because these bodies of water temperate the climate and allow the vineyards to not freeze. So these guys, Herman Weimer was really the pioneer that elevated quality in this region, and he planted vines in the 1970s, the Riesling grape, which is from Germany. And
this one's a 92-pointer, right?
This is 92 points.
Look at you.
On Wine Spectator's blind tasting scale, and you can find all the scores for these wines at winespectator.com. Yeah, this is an outstanding wine, $35, just a lot of concentration, a totally dry Riesling that is incredibly food friendly as well.
I like this.
Very because sometimes Rieslings, I'm not a big fan of the sugary, sweet tasting.
Well, a lot of people assume Riesling is always sweet, and it's not the case.
This is not.
It's a grape with a ton of range, and they're making this in a very dry, crisp mineral style.
And last but not least.
And so here we have a newer producer, relatively newer producer. They started in 1998.
Pardon my reach.
Oh, yes,
no
yes, please.
No manners.
Bring that over here. No.
This is an interesting wine. It's only $20, so a great value. And it has a little bit of bottle age. It's from the 2018 vintage. So you're getting a little bit of a different flavor profile. Some dried fruits, some baked apple.
I was just going to say, I smelled apple immediately.
Little melon.
I really do not know how to do any of this, but this is what I'm I think I'm supposed to do.
You
You're
can do a little
enjoying it.
swirl and
You
a
know what you
snort,
like.
as they say.
It's fantastic. You also have an upcoming
Yeah.
event. Tell
We
us about
do.
that.
The Wine Spectator New York Wine Experience is coming up on October 20th and 21st, and
Okay.
tickets are still available. We have over 200 producers pouring 90-point-plus wines at the Marriott Marquis.
Okay.
It's an outstanding event,
Great.
and tickets are available on our website, winespectator.com.
Look forward to that. We
Listen,
have
we have a-
another partner who's parched right
When
now.
we
who
were
works on
talking
this.
about, we're going to talk to our wine expert, Alex
No, you
Leathlaw.
stay put. I'm just going to squeeze myself
Anything in particular
right
you'd
in
like
here.
me to pour for you?
I would love that red blend, the Cabernet Malbec
This is a good one.
Good
Merlot
choice.
I think it's a
situation.
Petit Bordeaux. It's all in there.
And let me show you how it's done, folks.
Please.
I stay in front of the actual
Surprised you didn't
professional.
chug the bottle. That's
A
usually
small
how it's done. What
pour.
are you talking- you know, you
A
get
swish
it done.
around.
Nice
A
swirl.
swish.
Yeah.
Release the
She's a
aromatics.
swisher. Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Good
You
nose.
know what you're
She's
doing.
happy with the nose.
I'll have a full glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
A
You're
true
serving
pro.
up something else. She's
Thank
bored.
you so much. This was
Thanks for
really
having me.
educational
Best segment
and a
ever.
lot of fun. Don't forget, you can find the latest issue of Wine Spectator magazine on newsstands now, or you can find more information online at winespectator.com.
Great
Fantastic
local
event.
wines.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
I'll be
You'll
buying
be there.
tickets.
Me
I
too.
think.